Hey everyone, Mary here, back with another weekly workout. I feel like it's a good one this week. I think they're all pretty good, but I'm excited about this one. I'll put the details of it in the description below, and we'll just hop right in and get started with the warm-up. We've got 5 or 6 movements, 2 times through, 30 seconds each, and we're gonna just start with body hugs, so just hugging it out. I really like these, they're pretty low-key, they feel really nice to me. So 30 seconds of body hugs, then 30 seconds of small arm circles. We're gonna go 30 seconds forward, 30 seconds backward. What I've got is I have my hands out flat like they're pressed up against a wall, and I'm just little circles forward, 30 seconds, then we're going little circles backward for 30 seconds. After that, you'll move into a deep squat into a forward fold. So the deep squat, what that looks like from the front, and then I'll switch to the side to show you the movement through, is you just squat down as deep as you can. If you can't get this low, no worries. If your deep squat is here, cool. Just whatever works best for you, just opening up those hips. So we're gonna start in that deep squat, and then we're gonna move into a forward fold. We've got a little bit wider of a leg stance on this one. I love these, they feel so good to me. All right, so we're just opening up those hips in that deep squat, and then coming up into a forward fold, letting our head hang heavy. If you've got any stuff hanging on your mind or anything like that, you can just imagine that it's all falling out. And so you'll alternate between that deep squat and that forward fold for 30 seconds. After that, you'll stand upright and do an alternating knee hug to a pull. So you're gonna pull your knee, hug your knee into your chest, and then pull that foot back, stretch out that quad. So hugging it into your chest, grabbing that foot, pulling it back to stretch out the quad. Alternating for 30 seconds, and then our last one is going to be alternating leg swings, and so we're just stretching out, warming up the hamstrings of each leg. If you're not able to get your foot all the way up there, no problem. If your kicking is here, your leg swinging is here, cool. Just whatever works best for you and feels right. So those are the warm-up exercises. Again, it'll be 30 seconds each exercise. The arm circles, it's 30 seconds forward, 30 seconds backward, 2 rounds through. And then you'll hop into the strength portion. Sorry, I forgot the word I was thinking of. We will need a chair for today's exercise, for today's workout. We've got, I think we have 3 movements that we'll need that for. The first one we're gonna need it for are tricep dips. So with the strength workout today, we've got 4 different movements. The rep count is different for them, so if that's confusing, I apologize for it. They're not all the same. It's not the same number of repetitions for every exercise, but we're doing some bilateral, so both sides of the body, and some unilateral, so one side of the body stuff. So I adjusted the rep count for that to accommodate for that. So we're first gonna start with 10 chair dips, tricep dips, whatever you wanna call them. I'm using a chair. You can use a bench, a stool, the edge of a couch, a step stool, a stair, just anything that will, get you up off the floor a little bit. A chair is just an easy thing to use for it. So the way I start is I'm gonna sit on the chair to get myself set up for the movement. I'm gonna frame my body with my hands, so I've got my hands just right next to my hips on that chair. Through this movement, I want to make sure that my arms are, snug next to my body, not come flailing out like wings or anything like that. My elbows pointed back toward the back wall. Then I'm going to kick my feet out and slide off the chair, keeping my back and my bum as close to the chair as I can without scraping up against the edge of it. We don't want to be scraping ourselves. That hurts and is not necessary. So the movement is going to come down, bending at my elbows, using my triceps to press up. If keeping your legs fully extended feels like too much, or you're new to the movement, then go ahead and bend your knees. The closer your feet are to your body, the easier the movement will be. I'm not going to say that it's super easy to do that, but it will make it less intense for sure. So the further your feet are away, the harder it's going to be. The closer they are, the less challenging. So play with that placement of your feet based on your own comfort, your skill, your ability, your own like challenging yourself. For those dips, it's going to be 10 of those. We'll need the chair again for this next exercise. It's a single leg sit to stand. So basically a single leg squat using a chair. And so I have my left foot planted on the floor. I'm going to bring my right foot up off the floor, and I'm going to use my left leg to stand up, okay? And then slowly, oops, I had to put my foot down because I almost fell. Slowly sitting back down. This is challenging. It's challenging even for me. As you saw, I fell when I sat back down, so being really careful. If keeping one leg up entirely off the floor and using 100% of one leg's strength to get yourself up doesn't feel like your jam, no worries. Do like an 80-20 type thing. So use 80%, put 80% of your body weight on that flat foot. So I've got my right foot on the floor, I'm going to use 80% of that, and then I have my toe of my left foot on the floor. I'm going to use 20% to help push up, okay? So you can do that as well. Making sure to sit back down slowly and with purpose, carefully also so we don't fall. It's totally cool to do just a sit to stand squat basically. If the single leg thing is feeling like I'm not there yet, I've not done that, or if you have knee problems and some like stability stuff, don't put your body in a position, don't force yourself to do something that could hurt you. So you can do just a sit to stand. Okay. So it'll be 6 to 8 repetitions each leg of that. You choose. If you need to do, if you're like, I want to do this single leg, like fully all my weight on one leg, and I can do 2 reps, do that. That's okay. Play with the rep count that works best for you, that makes you feel like you get the most out of your workout based on your own goals. If you're doing the like bilateral, so the 2-leg sit to stand squat, shoot for the 8 repetitions. So after that, we're going to do a lateral bear crawl. We're going to go 5 each way. So that bear crawl position is, I've got my hands and knees on the floor. Starting out, I'm going to tuck my toes and press up to hover my knees off the floor. This is my bear position. The lateral movement, and I'll face this way so you can see, is we're going to be in that bear position with our knees hovering off the floor, and we're going 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 1 the other way. So we're going to do 5 each way. If moving 2 counts each way doesn't feel like enough or feels like I'm not there yet, mess with that. You can do 3 each way if you want. You can do 1 each way. Just, again, play with that, whatever feels best and most right to you. So it'll be 5 to the right, 5 to the left of the lateral bear crawls. And then we'll stand back up for our last strength movement. This will be 6 to 8 repetitions each leg of a lunge with a kickback or a leg lift type thing. So I'm going to come back, I'm going to step back into a lunge, sorry. And then when I stand up, I'm going to pulse that back leg up. You can put your hands on your hips if you'd like. You can put them up over your head. That'll challenge your core a little bit. Just whatever feels best to you. So you're dropping down into a lunge, and when you stand up, you're kicking that back leg up a little bit. 6 to 8 reps each leg of those. Take a break after that if you need to. Grab some water, whatever is clever. And then the cardio portion, it's going to be 4.5 total minutes for the whole circuit. We've got 3 rounds, 3 different movements. It's going to be cardiovascularly intense because it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. If you need to play around with that work to rest ratio, go ahead and do that. Again, whatever works best for you. Our 3 movements are squat jacks, mountain climbers, and a broad jump with a back run. So what a squat jump looks like is I'm starting with my feet together, hands up over my head, and squat jack, sorry, and we're just dropping into a squat. All right, so 20 seconds of those, rest for 10 seconds, hop down to the floor into your nice solid plank position, and you'll do mountain climbers for 20 seconds. We're just tucking that knee up to our chest, You can go really fast if you want. You can just, you know, whatever speed works best for you. After mountain climbers, you'll do that broad jump with a back run. So what a broad jump is you're jumping as far forward as you can safely. So we don't want anybody jumping so far forward that you're falling on your face or anything like that, but safely. So you jump forward and then you run back. Jump forward, do a little quick run back. 20 seconds, 10 seconds of rest, 3 times through. Again, if you need to play with the work to rest times, no worries. After that, you may need to catch your breath a little bit. I feel a little bit like I need to right now. And then hop onto the floor for the core piece. We've got 3 core movements. We got 9 repetitions for each, and we're doing 3 rounds through. So we've got a single leg bicycle with an arm extended, a seated hinge is what I'm calling it, and then a chair knee tuck. So that'll be the last one we leave the chairs for. So the single leg bicycle with an arm extension is you're going to start out in what most of us would consider like a typical like crunch type position. I'm going to hold my head in my hands and bring my feet up off the floor. I want my knees at like a 90-degree angle, my shins parallel to the ceiling, hips at a 90-degree angle, so we want a nice straight line from our knees to our hips. And what you're going to do is extend your right arm. I messed this up. I get all confused in my brain. You're going to extend your right arm up, keeping it up there, and then kick that right leg out, parallel to the floor, so you'll drop that heel toward the floor, not touching it, and then pull it into your chest. Kick it out, pull it in. So 9 repetitions on that side, then you'll switch left arm up, kick that left leg out, tuck that knee into your chest. Kick it out, tuck it in. 9 reps each way, each leg of the single leg bicycle with an arm extension. Then we're going to do our seated hinge. And so what that is I've got my knees bent slightly. You can have your legs fully extended if you'd like. I like to bend my knees a little bit because it helps get this movement's kind of different, so I can dig my heels into the floor and help me not slide around. Then I'm going to take my hands, and you can cross them over your chest if you like. I prefer to do this because it helps me and my head remember to keep my chest open and to not collapse and round out. Sometimes when we do this, we have a tendency to hug into ourselves, and we want a nice, straight back, open chest. And all we're doing with this is we're coming back, we're hinging back, and we're going to lower down slightly, not a lot, we're not coming all the way to the floor, and then hinging back up. So just back, forth. All right, so here we go. Nice little hip hinge. You'll feel this in, of course, your abdominal muscles. Feel it across that lower portion, in particular when we're holding that back hinge. Our last core movement, you'll do 9 repetitions of this seated hinge. Our last movement is a chair knee tuck. So what we're doing with that is we'll have our chair here. I do recommend putting it up against a wall or something so that it doesn't slide away from you. I'm not going to be able to do that and still be able to have you all see unimpeded. So I'm just going to be careful. I don't hope the chair doesn't slide. So I am in a plank position. What you'll do is you'll put your hands on the edge of the chair for my own safety for this because of the lack of a wall. I'm going to put my hands on the side of the chair. And we're going to be in an inclined plank position, and we're just crossing that knee over across our body. So tucking the knee in across the body. 9 each leg of the chair knee tucks, 3 rounds through for the whole core thing. I hope you have a really, really, really awesome workout. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know, and I will see you next week. Take it easy.